Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do a little test that I've been curious about. I've been seeing this bait fuel all over Bassmaster Live. They have ads on it. I've seen Patrick Walters and other guys on Bassmaster Live actually putting it on their baits while they're fishing. So it really made me question, do fish attractants really work for fish? I know that's a question that a lot of people wonder. So we're going to do a little test on our own here to determine if they do work. Obviously, this is not going to be some crazy science experiment, but it's a little controlled test that I thought to put together. And we're going to see what happens and if it does catch more fish. So what we have here, we're on a lake. It has smallmouth and largemouth. I picked a lake that has some smallmouth in it as well because I know smallmouth really like scent, and that might be an interesting thing as well. If we're catching more largemouth and then put the scent on and catch more smallmouth using the same bait, that could be interesting to prove that maybe it works better for smallmouth. So there's a couple different outcomes that we can have on today's test. All I'm gonna do, I have 2 bags of 6th Sense Clout right here. These are just a standard stick worm. I'm gonna fish it wacky style around all these docks up here. All these fish are pretty shallow, and we're gonna have it rigged up on this guy right here. This is my Cashin Icon spinning rod, Shimano Sedona 2500 15-pound test braid to a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader. Have it wacky rigged on there with a VMC crossover ring and a weedless Nico hook. This is like the ultimate wacky rig setup right here. What we're gonna do is a time limit, whether I haven't decided if it's gonna be like 45 minutes or an hour yet, but we're gonna do that for each pack. So we're gonna start with the unscented one. I already have an unscented bait on there, and then we have a bag full of them if we need them. When we start the timer for that bait, I'm gonna take this bait fuel and put it in this bag and rub it around and let those baits soak in it for 45 minutes to an hour while I'm fishing with the other one. And then after that, we're gonna swap it to this and we're gonna count how many fish we catch on the scented bait versus the unscented bait and see, does scent really catch more fish? So cool little test I thought we'd try today. So let's get out on the water and see what really happens. Let's see if it does catch more fish and if you should be investing in some bait fuel or other scents or anything like that. I have various ones. I have Smelly Jelly, Bang. I've bought multiple of them, but I never find myself really using them. I'm not sponsored by any of them. I'm not sponsored by bait fuel. I'm solely doing this just because I am absolutely curious if scents do catch more fish, especially when it comes to smallmouth. It gets talked about all the time, max scent, all that stuff. So why not, let's just put it to the test and find out for ourselves. So let's get it all ready to go and let's get out there on the water. All right, so these fish are 100% on docks today. We've been filming a couple other videos and now it is time for the challenge, the bait fuel challenge. What's really gonna work? Does scent really make a difference? So let's find out. This is our bag of unscented clouts right here. I already have one rigged up. We've caught a couple on a wacky rig, so I know they're gonna eat this thing. It's a matter of, will they eat it better with scent? So we're gonna take our bait fuel here and we're just gonna go ahead and pour some down in the bag. And it's like a weird gooey substance. I've literally never used this stuff, so I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know if this stuff's good, if it works. I've just seen tons of commercials on it and I figured we needed to try a challenge. So we're gonna marinate this thing in here. It's like gooey, but it's not like oily. So you can just rinse it off in the water pretty good, but it sticks to your bait good, it looks like. I have no idea if it'll stick to your bait in the water, but we'll find out. So we're just gonna go ahead and smash that around in there a bunch of times. They're all covered pretty good. It smells like absolutely nothing. So to me, it makes no difference. It literally just smells like I just put some jelly on my bait and nothing happened. But we'll let those soak. We're gonna do 2 45-minute sessions and we're gonna see what we can come up with here. Like I said, I already got the one rigged up, so I don't need to rig a bait up. We're just gonna get up on the front deck here. We're gonna hopscotch some docks. I don't know which ones have fish, which ones don't. They're definitely clustered in little areas, staging up to spawn. When you find one, you find like 30, but we'll just kind of work our way around with the old wacky rig and see what we can come up with. So we got our little Power Finesse spinning rod here. This is the wrong rod. This is the one we want. This is our little Power Finesse deal here. Basically just a 7'2" medium heavy. We're gonna put 45 minutes on a timer. We're just gonna do 45 minutes because we've been trying to figure these fish out and they're literally changing so fast. So we're just gonna do 45 minutes each, starting now. Those are crappies. That's not a crappie though. Alrighty. Oh, it is a bass. Thought it was a large or a rock bass, but it is a bass. It actually is a smallmouth, so unscented, caught a smallmouth. We're gonna count everything. Doesn't matter what size it is. We're counting every single bite we get, or fish we land, not bite we get, because they could be bluegills or whatever, but we're counting every fish that makes it in the boat, so that's number 1. There's one. Oh, it's a good one. That's a real good one. Barely hooked. Come here, buddy. Alrighty. That's number 2 for the unscented bait. So far, so good. That's actually not a bad fish right there. We're gonna weigh him for our best 5. There we go. Get out of there. Got him. Number 3. Not a big one, but like I said, we're counting everything, so. Oh, there's another one right there. Let's see if we can catch 2. Come on, get off. You go back. This is risky because I did not retie. There's another big one sitting right up here. Oh my gosh, there's another one over there. There he is. Number 4. There's another one, my gosh. Okay, that's 5. Jeez, almost took a hook in the eyeball. No big ones. That's the other thing. Maybe the scent could catch bigger fish. Maybe they know better, who knows? I'm just making stuff up, and we're gonna find out if it works. And we're making a test to do so. We're taking you guys along the way and catching a bunch of fish in the process. We'll find out when we get to the scented version next. There's another one. 6. Find it hard to believe that we're gonna catch more on scented bait just because it's scented, but you never know. That was a bite. Ugh. He came back and got it. Little guys. That would be fish number 7. I'm so curious, honestly. I wonder, 1, am I gonna catch more smallmouth? And 2, am I gonna catch bigger fish when I switch to the scent? Maybe you don't catch the more fish, but it might help somehow, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, they're just eating, no doubt. I caught 7 on an unscented Senko. And Gary Yamamoto's Senkos, this isn't a Senko, this is a Clout, but Gary Yamamoto's Senkos are unscented and they've caught fish for years, so. There's one. It's number 8. Still tiny though. There we go. Of course the little one grabbed it. There was a bigger one in there with it. That's 9 though. Something just ate it. Oh my gosh. I did get the big one that time. That's a good one. And that's number 10. Come here, dude. Okay. Number 10 on the wacky. Alrighty, and that's gonna do it. So 10 fish is the number to beat. All right, we're gonna switch up our Senko here now. So we're gonna pop the hook off and we're going to grab our little tool here and grab us one of our scented ones. So we got scented ones here. They look disgusting. Ooh, they do smell weird now. Okay, they've been sitting in there for, I don't even want to touch this. They've been sitting in there for like 45 minutes, an hour. I stopped to eat a little lunch. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this guy on here, and I wish I had a towel because this is gross. It literally looks like boogers. It's gross. I don't know what happened to it sitting in the bag. I don't know if you're supposed to put it in the bag and let it sit in there, but we got it all rigged up now, and we're gonna try and catch us some fish on it. We're gonna get that off of there. And we're gonna hang this over the side, but not let it touch the water, because I don't know if it like wears off as it's sitting there. 45 minutes, time starts now. There's one. Not a big one. Bigger than the other ones though. I mean, not really, but just slightly bigger. There's number one. There's one. That is number two. Might have to find us a little flurry if we're gonna catch up to the unscented option. Definitely had a slow start with this guy. There's one. Little guy, but that's number three. There's one. Number four. We only have 15 minutes left, so we gotta catch him quick. So we're gonna get him right back. See if we can get us another one. And that is gonna do it. So, 10-4, unscented versus scented baits. I'll let you be the judge on if you think one works better than the other. I'll be completely honest with you, my opinion, one does not work better than the other. It didn't catch me more or less fish. I just had my bait in areas where those fish were eating. That last stretch that I just fished, there were smallmouth on like every dock, but they wouldn't eat it because they want to relate to the bottom. So I'm gonna switch to a Ned rig and do another video here, but it seems like those smallmouth wouldn't come up to eat the bait, but the largemouth would. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my fishing videos coming up. And if you want to see how to rig this Senko and how I like to set it up and fish for these fish, go ahead and check this video out right here. It'll break down everything you need to know about this little rig right here. Thanks for watching.